Honestly, it's just go out there and play baseball. Don't even try to think of it as anything different. At the end of the day, it's the same game, and it's about winning games. So obviously with the shorter season, obviously you want to try to start off as hot as possible, but by that being said, you don't also want to put pressure on anybody. So I think at that point, you just try to go out there and just try to have fun. If we do that, not put pressure on ourselves, it just relieves a little bit of that, and we could just go out there and just play ball.
Did you do the same things you did in the off season in terms of the chef eating clean, working out? We can't tell if you're swole or not. Just checking in on that.
Yeah. Just don't. Try to stay healthy. There was at times where, it's just Groundhog Day and it's the same thing every day. But the best thing that we have is as athletes, as a professional baseball player, is that we like routines. So at this point, it was try to find a routine that works for you, and it's kind of wake up, drink your coffee, just relax, chill for a bit, and then go out there, work out, get a workout in, and then try to just eat clean, throughout the day. So the biggest thing was just trying to find that routine that worked for you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Marty Caswell, 1360.
It's on mute.
Yeah. Marty, you're muted.
Darn it. Sorry. Hey, Manny, how happy are you to be here right now? I don't mean like on a Zoom call with the media, but at Petco Park, preparing for the season to start with your teammates. And if you can you just take us through the last few months since the day baseball closed spring training facilities?
Yeah, so going back to our last game that we played, NBA shut down, then baseball followed after that with the COVID, and ever since that we're trying to, obviously, Ron, Peter, AJ and Ting, they kind of opened up the facility here for us to come and practice here. So a lot of guys, half the guys came up out here and try to stay in shape as best as we could. At that point, it was still early on, and we're still kind of just having that same mindset of, hey, the season could start tomorrow, the season could start in a week. So we have to try to stay in the best shape as possible. And, throughout that, you just try to stay positive with everything that's going on, across the country. And, and on the side of just being back here, season's about to start. Everyone's excited. I'm excited to be out there playing baseball, playing the game we love, doing what we can, and at the same time, trying to bring something positive to to everybody across the country, which is something good. But there's a lot of protocols we have to follow. There's a lot of healthy steps that we need to take moving forward, and by that, we just got to follow all those guidelines, and hopefully, come July 24th, we'll be playing our opening day.
If I may, was playing for you a no-brainer for this season?
That's a tricky question because there's a lot of health issues that you gotta worry about, which is family. When you go back, or once the season starts, there's a lot of travel and a lot of things that come into play. So it's a tricky part, but at the end of the day, I want to play baseball. This is what I love. This is what I love to do. A lot of fans across San Diego have been begging for us to be playing baseball. So, for us to be back out here, it's awesome. You can't take that away. This is what we love to do. But at the same time, it's gonna be a tricky obstacle course that we're gonna have to try to move past. But just try to stay as healthy as possible, stay as clean as possible, try to follow everything, all the guidelines that they have put in place for us. And if we could do that, we could give this country something special.
All right, we'll go to Annie Heilbrunn, UT.
Hey, Manny. Yesterday I saw you were sitting 6 feet away from one of your teammates. So when you talk about those protocols, the no high fives, no fans, sitting 6 feet away, what's it been like getting used to those? And is there a certain point where you just have to embrace the weirdness of everything?
I think this is just a tricky thing that's going on. Since March, since it stopped. I think we've all had to make an adjustment in our lives, and it's going to be the same thing here on the baseball field. It's definitely going to be different. So those are things that you try to give high fives to your teammates when they do something well, and you're gonna have to kind of like hold yourself from it, and it's gonna happen. I mean, obviously, it's something that's in our nature. We've been doing it for 20 years of playing this game, so but we just try to be the best that we can possibly be with following them. Staying 6 feet apart. Hand sanitizing, washing your hands, staying clean, staying away, wearing your mask when you're not around people, or when you're around people around the clubhouse when you get in. But there's just a lot of things you just kind of try to make the adjustment to, and I think we've been dealing with that since March, and it'll be a little easier stepping on that field.
Thank you.
All right. Bob Scanlon, Fox Sports San Diego.
Manny, great to see you back on the field. A couple questions. First of all, kind of following up on Annie, last year you guys had a lot of closeness, a lot of team closeness. You had team dinners, you did that type of thing to bring that bonding. Are there some things that you might be able to do differently this year to keep that bonding going? And then the other question on the baseball side, Chris Paddock had mentioned that you were really helpful in talking to him about, reading swings. Is this going to be a unique opportunity for you, especially as much as you see in the game, to be able to help some of your teammates with these inter-squad games?
Yeah. So, with the team bonding, I mean, I think we're just going to have to make an adjustment. We're going to have to call audible on a lot of things. But, it's you make the best of it. Me and my family have made the best out of the last 3 months. And I know a lot of other players have made the best out of the last 3 months. And, these times it's tough, but we'll make the best out of it, and we'll figure out a way to bond by socially, being away from each other 6 feet, 4 feet, whatever it is. Just try to make the best out of it, but we'll definitely come up with something. And on the baseball side of it, this is actually a unique situation where we all could help each other out. Whether it's on the pitching side, defensive side, offensively. We're going to be facing a lot of our own pitching for quite a bit now, and we're going to be able to give them feedback on things. How hey, your pitch is moving this way, or hey, why'd you try doing this in a certain situation? So I think this is a unique spot where you could kind of help each other out. We have a young team, so we're not going to be being able to play against other teams where the other team's not going to be giving you that feedback, but we can, because there's only one mind that we have, and it's to win and try to be the best team out there. So, so we got to do everything possible once we step on that line and try to be ready for when that opening day comes. We're ready to go, and I'm confident with our team, how we have, and our coaching staff. We're gonna be ready when that day comes.
AJ Cassaville, MLB.com.
Hi, Manny. It sounds like you're going to be playing a lot of inter-squad games in the next couple of weeks. Can you just take us through what those games are like, the level of play, maybe the level of maybe some trash talk back and forth between you guys, and just how close is it to a game speed type situation, and how do you make it as game-like as possible?
Honestly, it's crazy how you see where you try to say, like, how do you imitate game speed? Obviously, you're not playing an opponent, we're playing each other, but at the same time, our mentality is going out there and we're playing. We're going to try to steal bases. We're going to try to, drive in runs. We're going to try to play the game. We're going to be diving for balls. We're going to be sliding. I mean, we're not going to be taking it easy. And, I saw it yesterday. I thought guys were going to be taking it easy, but guys were stealing, guys were sliding, guys were trying to take other players out. I mean, it's baseball. Once you step on that field, it's baseball, whether it's against other teams or against your own team. We're trying to go out there and try to get ready as much as possible. And we've been doing that for the last 3 months. So, now that we're actually putting all our work that we've been doing, aside, now it's time just to go play baseball. We saw it yesterday, and it was fun, man. It was fun to go out there and play and see everybody just joking around, trash talking back and forth. And I think that's the best way. We're going to make each other better, and we're going to hold each other accountable as well. So, it was a fun day to get back out there yesterday and play a game.
All right, we'll be able to take one more in English, and then we'll do 2 in Spanish, and then Manny's going to have to go. So we'll go to Dennis Lynn, The Athletic.
Hey, Manny. I realize you haven't probably gotten to see these guys very much at all over the last 3 months, but Mackenzie Gore, Luis Patino, everyone's been talking since you arrived about them being the 2 top pitching prospects in the organization. Just your impressions going back to spring training of what those guys are like, and what do you think they could do to help you in a 60-game season?
I mean, they're gonna be a big part of it. I mean, there's gonna be there's going to be a lot of ups and downs this year, and with this season being so short, COVID on our back, there's going to be a lot of interchanges. So we're gonna need them, and from a playing standpoint, they're impressive in spring. They came out there, they worked hard, they got better, and they're holding each other accountable, and they're great talent, man. They got good stuff, and they're gonna be a big part of our organization, and we're gonna need them as much as we can, but they got good stuff, man. I mean, they got electric stuff. Mackenzie's lefty, lanky, nice wind up. He's got plus pitches. And Patino's, heavy sinker. I faced him the other day, heavy sinker. Got good off speed. But they got a lot to learn as well too. So we're lucky that we actually could give them advice on a hitting standpoint. You got Larry on the pitching standpoint, and you got every other pitcher that's looking at them in our staff that could help them as much as possible. And it's kind of a good situation that they're here in a big league atmosphere, seeing what it takes to be in the big leagues and play in an everyday thing. So having them here, they're gonna learn tremendously, and they're gonna learn quick because they're quick learners.
Sorry, we'll squeeze in one last question in English. Kevin AC, Union Tribune.
Hey, Manny, do you expect to play 60 games? I mean, you've played 162, 158. Do you expect that 60 should be a breeze? And then I also just wonder, you want to win a World Series. You win one at the end of a 60-game season. What would your thoughts be on that?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's the team that's standing at the end is going to be the team that's standing at the end, and whether it's a 60-game season or it's a 162-game season, you're the best team. You're better than all the other 29 teams. So at the end of the day, it's about winning. It's about winning games, and it's a competition. So it's a race to first place, and that's the mentality that every ball club is going to have. There's going to be a lot of obstacles throughout the way, but at the end of the day, it's about winning games and doing what you can. And playing 60 games, I'm going to go out there and try to do everything possible. Hopefully we stay healthy. Hopefully our whole team stays healthy. I think that's the biggest thing here is trying to keep everybody healthy, trying to keep everybody on the field, trying to keep our family safe, trying to keep people around us safe, our coaching staff. I think that's the biggest obstacle we're going to have to face. And everybody here is they're on that path of trying to just keep us safe, and whatever happens on the baseball field happens on the baseball field. But the biggest battle we're going to have to face is staying healthy.